Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you how I draw faces or how I sketch faces in my sketchbook. Because, well, even though I have 7 sketchbooks filled with faces and bodies and eyes and mouths and lips, I still struggle with them a lot, and you're gonna see that later. So I usually start off by drawing a circle, just to give myself an orientation what size the head or the face is going to be and where I want to place it. Next step is a line in the middle, just to kind of indicate where the face is pointing, but I usually ignore that line more or less. And perpendicularly to that middle line, I usually draw a kind of orientation mark for where the eyes are supposed to be, so they are not lopsided and all over the place. Yeah, then I continue on with the nose and mouth, lips. I usually map out where features roughly go and then try to define them later. Because if you put a lot of detail in the beginning, you might find yourself erasing those details all over again, and that's painful because you spent a lot of time doing that. And by just mapping out where the features go, you can save yourself a lot of time. And my biggest tip is to just constantly check your reference. Of course I used reference for this, it's off Pinterest. I couldn't find the photographer, but it's not my photo. Yeah, just constantly look at it, check and compare what doesn't fit, what does fit, and what's the issue if your face looks a little bit off. And yeah, when I'm sure, or about sure, where the features go and I'm kind of happy with it, I start defining them a bit, or erase them and try again. Also, a good tip is to just make a line where the nose goes height-wise, and just draw 2 lines from the sides of the nose to the inner corners of the eye, because that just helps space out the eyes right, and yeah, I don't know, place the nose maybe. So here you see me place the ear. I'm gonna show you how to do that later, because there's about a rule that you can follow to see where the ears go, because sometimes it's rather difficult to place them right and they end up looking like this. And of course there's nothing wrong with that, but if that's not the style you're going for, just follow the rule and everything's gonna be okay. So yeah, I'm tweaking the nose constantly, and I think now I've got it about right, and the whole face kind of starts coming together. Also, when placing the eyebrows, it's important to place them not too far above the eyes, because then it just kind of looks like a comic. That's some good advice I picked up somewhere. If you put the eyebrows closer to the eyes, it looks more natural and more realistic. And when you draw the neck, it's important to know that the neck gets narrower towards the body and it's wider when it connects to the head. That's because there's some muscles that go from behind the ear towards your collarbone, and they just make it appear wider underneath your chin and narrower towards your body. Right. And I just indicate the hair here. I don't render it because, I don't know, I don't like rendering hair. Right, and here I'm putting in the pupils. It's also important to know if the eyes don't look directly at you, at the viewer, they aren't exactly round, the irises aren't exactly round, they're more of an oval shape, because of course the eye is a sphere, and I don't know, perspective, just make it an oval if they don't look at you directly. And here I'm just putting in some little, I don't know, dimension in the nose, shadowing a bit. Also here the line from the nostril to the inner corner of the eye comes in handy. And a really good tip for the mouth is to make the outer corners of the mouth really, really dark. I don't know, somebody said it's the darkest spot on the face, because, I don't know, it just is, and it makes your sketch look really good. So always just do that. If you look at manga, I think they all really define those outer corners. And also defining the lash line really helps draw attention towards the eyes. So especially in females, I figure it looks really good. Right, and I think that's my sketch about finished. I just indicate the teeth. Never draw the full shape of the teeth, just indicate where they touch each other with a small little line at the bottom or at the top. Never draw the gums and every single tooth, just draw a little line. Because otherwise it just looks like Bugs Bunny or something. I don't know. Just the key to sketching really is to more indicate and hint to things rather than draw each detail, unless you're going for hyper-realistic style, but I'm not, so I'm not doing that. And also it makes for a good effect if you don't draw the pupils as a full black circle, but just leave a little white spot in there as a highlight. It makes the eyes look alive, and yeah, just better, I think. And also around the chin, notice how there's a shadow underneath the lip. That's also really important under the bottom lip, to leave a little shadow there, because it just shows where the lower lip ends. Never draw them like fully, never do full outline of the lips, just like put a little shadow underneath there and it looks way better. And a little shadow on the chin, and yeah, just filling around at this point, really. Not really adding to the drawing. Just darkening things where skin touches other skin. That's where you know, shadows are and stuff, so just, I don't know, I figured it looks really good if you just put really dark shadows where skin touches other skin. Right, and here I'm showing you how to place the ears. So if that's our head, and that's the line where the eyes go, and that's the line where the nose goes. That's how I place the ears. So it starts where the eyes are, and the earlobe is roughly where the nose ends. And just like that, you have the ears placed right. Also, the hair is a little poofy, so it always is higher than the skull. Just, I don't know, shots out a little. Yeah, so as you see, the eyes and the nose are placed, and the ears look about right. I know it's not a beautiful piece of artwork, but it's just to demonstrate. Right. Also, if you like your sketch, you can just make it pop out from the page by using some color in the background. I used the Winsor&Newton brush alcohol thing in the color coral, because I really enjoy that. I know I could have just colored her in, but I don't know, just guess was too lazy. And I like the look of that. So here again, I start with a little circle, a little line in the middle, the nose, then the eyes. It's really handy to start with the nose because then you can kind of orientate yourself where to put the other features, because I don't know, it's just like an anchor in the middle of the face. And yeah, so this time I'm drawing a man because I do tend to draw females only, but it's really the same with men, just the eyes mostly look a little bit smaller, and the lips are really just an indication of lips and nothing more, because of course the beard covers most of the lips. And here I'm just putting some hairspray on the pencil, because if you close your sketchbook it's gonna rub all over, and this way you prevent your drawing from smudging. So I hope you liked my little, it's not a tutorial, but hope you liked this video, and yeah, if you do, leave a like, subscribe, I don't know, leave a comment maybe, and see you in the next one. Bye.